The future of anime is looking crazy, especially this coming winter. We're going to talk about that today on Dad-ime. Plus, we're going to play a game called Anime What-ifs. We need to get a jingle. That's what we need.
Anime What-ifs. Da, da, da.
Yeah, all that is coming. So before we get into that, I am your host, Dallin, the dad rocking the Indiana Jones shirt. With me are my two great friends and awesome co-hosts of this podcast. We've got the dungeon crawling adventurer who's been isekai'd into a, what are you today? A minotaur? We've got the minotaur Preston.
Changeling Minotaur. Oh, plot twist.
And we've got the man of manhwa, the manga maestro, the page sage, Tyler. How's it going?
It's going good. I just wanted to bring up, I think it was last time, or 2 times ago maybe, like, you asked me what I was reading, and I told you the greatest estate developer, this manhwa I was reading, it feels like it's wrapping up, and I almost cried at the end, so if you want to read it, like, you've got a really good go. Like, it's nice. Long, it's good, it's a good solid one. You could be in for it for a while, and it's all in color. It's pretty great. So it's like watching a show. It's pretty great.
That's awesome. So it was the greatest estate developer? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, and it's like a dude who's like an engineer in college in Korea gets isekai'd into a fantasy novel. Okay. And he is like building Korean houses. He's like developing like trains. Like, shit just goes haywire. Like, he's bringing the medieval era to the modern era, and people are like, "How are you doing this?" And
that's so
like,
cool.
it's great.
Cheat skill. That's his isekai
and
cheat skill.
This is the one I showed you, and the artist. Makes the ugly faces, and it's like hilarious. It's a comedy all the way through, and there's like buff orcs, and like it's just so funny. Like, nice. Do you know Armstrong from like Full Metal? Do you know the scene where he meets Ed's trainer? They're like showing off the muscles. And they twinkle when they do stuff.
Yeah,
it's like that. It's like that, and it's so funny. I love
that kind of humor.
That's great. Cool. Well, I guess let's do, since we're leaning into it, Tyler. Let's do a round of the horn. What are we doing? Like, outside of the shows we're watching. So Tyler's finishing up Greatest Estate Developer. That sounds awesome and funny. Preston, what about you? What are you watching or reading these days?
I am Gachakuta. I'm watching that one. I've been enjoying it. It feels like Alita Battle Angel kind of meets darker version of Naruto if he chose a different path. And I don't know. I'm enjoying it. It's one where it's a little fast and loose, and I don't really care too much. The story is cool. But I think I'm just invested. I'm enjoying the character design. I'm enjoying all the...
Do you like the art design on that one? Like, it's so different.
I didn't at first, I admit. But now, like, they have some really beautiful animation scenes, like when they get into the fights and they have the caricatures that they give to these objects.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool.
That's what I think was like something I wanted to see come off the page.
Yes.
Is that the objects had like all this meaning behind
personality.
them. So giving them personality in animation, I think is really cool.
Like, and without giving anything too far away, when he unlocks his powers and he's fighting, trying to save someone, this one that kind of looks like a beholder. And my first thought was like, oh, surely the way, like, if it looks at something, that would be cool if it did something, and it does. So I'm like, oh yeah,
bonus.
How about you?
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Gachakuta has been so awesome. I don't know why. I really love Engine. I think he's like the coolest character that's in there, and I know we haven't even really seen him do anything yet.
I know, right?
I'm excited about him. He's given me the Gojo vibes, and I'm a sucker. So, but no, I've been continuing One Piece. That's been really fun. We just got through the 2 giants dueling and Mr. 3 getting involved and trying to screw that up. That was so good. I loved that bit. It was so much fun.
Dory and Bori or Dory and
but their laughs playing, I'll admit, they're just like
Go get ready till you meet Caesar Clown.
Yep, it's true.
Once you meet, it's so great. And then Brooks is my favorite because he goes yo,
yeah,
and like it's so great. But I love that part because I mean like again, I told you to pay attention to Usopp, and I know I'm like spoiling a little bit, but Usopp made a
Okay, it's
promise.
out for 30 years. I think it's okay. It's my
Yeah, but
fault
I know,
watched it.
but Usopp makes a promise 30 years ago, right? Like 25
Yeah.
years ago, and it's like he's like, okay, hey, I'm gonna go to the island of Elbaf, and that's where we are right now. We are literally there.
Dude, I can't wait
So
for that. I'm so
Hey,
excited for Elbath.
yeah, Elbaf is freaking sick right now too. And
Now
so
that
like,
I know
you,
that, that just makes me more excited to watch,
yeah,
honestly. Just to know
yeah,
that
and
like, it's my investment is going to be worth it.
everything's a payoff. Everything's like Alabasta's a payoff. Everything, and
Yeah.
that's where you're going next, right?
Yeah,
Alabasta.
we just got to the part where Nami is sick and the crew's rolling up on that winter island. So that's where I'm at. I know the faces. The
You
faces.
get okay, so you gotta think Jamie Lee Curtis wanted to play the older lady who's on the
yes,
island, and you gotta tell
Okay.
me if you feel like Jamie Lee Curtis fits.
I think
Okay.
she does, 100%.
100%. Like Jamie
That's
Lee
awesome.
Curtis could rock it. Like 100%.
It's cool that she even knows that character. Like that means she's
Yeah.
watched as much anime
Yeah.
as I have, at least when it comes to One Piece.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She said specifically that's the one she would play if she could do the live action.
That's so cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of the live action, season 2's like pretty soon, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I
Oh,
went
I'm so
I went
excited.
to the Lego store. I went to the Lego store with my wife.
Yeah.
And inside the Lego store right now, they have the Going Merry as a Lego set. And I'm like,
Oh,
you're gonna get that for Christmas, right? You're gonna give me that for Christmas because that's what I want. I
nice.
want that shit back here. I want it
Right?
back here.
Yes. I finally saw the Baratier Lego set you were telling me about too. It is impressive, I have to say.
It is super impressive, but the Going Merry, the back opens up and you get Sanji cooking in the back.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so silly, but I love Legos, man. They're like the
Yeah.
best.
Follow up on that. It looks like it's scheduled to premiere sometime in 2026, but no firm date.
Okay. But still, I mean, we're at the tail end of 2025. Speaking of which, we have our Demon Slayer tickets on lock, guys. That's locked down. That's happening. We're going to go see part 1. I'm so excited for that.
I am too.
I can't wait to check it out.
Not only are we gonna go see it, we're gonna see it together.
And I know you guys were like, you're much higher on Demon Slayer than I am. I get it. But like, it's cool. This is, I think, one of my first times seeing something from beginning to end as an anime fan. Like something I started with back, what is it, 6 years ago now? 5 years ago now, where it's like, that is coming to fruition. Like, that is so cool.
I'm
So
glad they're putting it
sure
to
for
bed
that
in a
aspect of
proper
it.
way and not just bastardizing it and being like, whoa, we made a lot of money. Let's just keep making money off of it.
Yeah.
Well, and like, okay, so like I was frustrated when I was watching it and I was reading the mangas and I got the Mugen Train and I was like, why is this a movie? But the way they did that movie, like I was hooked.
Yeah.
Like that whole movie, and I did the same thing what everyone's doing on like I've seen on Reddit. I did the same thing. So the movie has 35 minutes left, and then the train is derailed.
Yeah.
Like, what? I forgot. Why is there 30 more minutes left?
Yep.
Oh,
Without spoiler alerts.
Yeah. Spoiler. It's like there's a reason.
And I love the backstory too, like that it brought to that particular Hashira and like why he was always yelling and like why like it all makes sense. I like it.
Yeah, and it's so great. And so like to get the Infinity Castle, which is like so close to the end of the manga, right? Like it's so close, right? Like we are just at we're at payoff time. This is payoff.
Yeah.
Everything just goes crazy.
We rode
from
the
here.
ride and we're at the crest. Now we get to ride it the rest of the way down.
Yeah.
Now the
Hopefully in a good
fun
way.
And if they do 2 more movies, I don't care. I don't
Yeah,
care.
no,
'cause
it's going to be 3.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
and
glad.
you know what they're going to do. They're going to be, they know what anime fans, they know what anime fans like about Demon Slayer, which is the battles and the effects. And so what they're going to do is they're going to say each movie is going to probably focus on its own like battle.
Core
And
set.
it's going to be just build it up, let
Absolutely.
each character get their absolute peak moment. So like, every Hashira is in here and we're probably going to see, maybe 3-4 duels a movie to pace the 3, and they're going to just be their powers at the highest level that we've seen them yet.
But remember in the last arc with the Hashira training arc, right before that you had the sword camp arc where they like got their swords again. Well, we had that doll that mirrored the original swordsman who was the first Demon Slayers.
Right.
Then he got an original sword, right? He's going to be jumping into Infinity Castle with we've got to go into the lore a little bit because some of those Hashira have been not Hashira, but some of the numbered eyes they've been like the first tier or whatever it is. They've been with him for a really long time.
Yeah.
So some of them we need to get their background on. So not just the Hashiras that we're gonna see like kind of like bring up to their game at their peak, but we're
Right.
gonna see some of these demons have actual freaking cool abilities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and so I'm
It is
super
gonna,
excited for that.
yeah, the match is gonna be a 10 out of 10 battle versus a 10 out of 10, villain. It's just gonna be epic. I can't wait.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get in, since we're already talking about things that are awesome, let's talk about the winter season that's coming up.
Oh, dude. So
Because
okay, this
holy
email
cow.
you sent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so
So I'm
excited.
already excited for fall. Fall tends to be a really good season. Winter's always sort of been a lull where it's kind of like, hey, people are back in school. I don't know that we really want to be pushing our best anime right now. I don't know, whatever reason, winter seems to be the worst one. But this 2026 winter season that's coming up is ridiculous. I absolutely can't believe it. But you guys want to list them off for everybody?
Okay, so when you sent me this email, I was at work, and I think I was at work, and so I think I was working. I glanced at the email, and I just saw the first two, and I was
Ooh.
giddy, like just giddy. Fear in season
Mhm.
2. You guys, we're in for it, man. We get a great villain that gets created in Fear in season 2. The current manga is wrapping up, kind of like a ballroom, like heist kind of thing. And
Ooh.
like, so everything in Fearin is just gorgeous right now. And I have not read any, I mean zero, of Hell's Paradise because I fell in love with the animated season 1.
Yeah.
So just those two alone, super giddy about.
Hell's Paradise is such a sleeper shonen show. I think a lot of people thought it was like, oh, this is Mappa's like third show because they already have Jujutsu Kaisen, they already have Chainsaw Man. Like this is their back burner project that they're not really caring about. But that's absolutely not true. Like it is so good.
That's I feel like this is controversial, but I feel like that's a horrible opinion. I feel like Hell's Paradise is so strong. Like it's starting out so strong. If
Yeah.
you can dive into the lore and enjoy it, it is beautifully done. If you like Sekiro, like absolutely you're gonna love Hell's Paradise.
I was just about to say, if you're a FromSoft fan, you've got Elden Ring bosses in the middle of this anime. It's awesome.
But like the flowers being like the world being like almost something to compete with, and then on top of that having villains, like, and it just like everything in that first season, it was so like dark, but like still like beautiful at the same time. It was weird how he mixed the two.
Yeah,
He made everything really just beautiful. I loved it.
it's good stuff.
And then Preston, I'm super excited for Fire Force.
Fire Force. Yep.
Yeah.
And Jujutsu Kaisen season 3.
Yeah,
we're gonna do
Good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty nameless.
Illusion. We get the next half of this of the final season. This winter season's finally getting that conclusion, and we left off in the craziest place to leave off. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I really liked the ending, and I think that might be controversial in and of itself. I think a lot of people were like, maybe felt gypped or like, what the hell is going on? This isn't what isn't the show I was watching 5 minutes ago.
But like what? Like 2 months later, we get the next part. Like, really,
Yeah.
did you have to wait that long? Like,
not
no,
at all.
you got to put you
Probably-
got to do like One Piece, Egghead Island, and then you get to jump right over to this. Like,
Yeah. That's
Can't
gonna be
dominate
another
all
cool
of
to
the
see.
time.
yeah,
But I wouldn't be sad if they did.
Yeah, I'm really curious how this is going to end because it's going to just supposedly has to tie into Soul Eater. And so I'm like, how are
I
we
know.
going to get here to there? You know what I mean?
Speaking
I
of,
think
I'm just doing a
Go ahead,
rewatch
Preston.
I started a rewatch with my kids on that one. So like, and hearing just the do 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 like the go ahead. Now I've got it playing in my head now that you said Soul Eater. So
Well, so I'm thinking like this is a fan theory. I have not like read anything or at all. This is just my personal thing. I think the Amaterasu has to decide to stop being the Amaterasu. I think there has to be a choice made about sacrificing for humanity or not, and the Amaterasu has to go away because we have to find a different power source, right? I don't think Adola can be the power source we use anymore. So I think at the end of the day, Adola, the link between this world and Adola either ends or evolves. One of the two.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Or
I
the
mean, like
marches
that's
and
really
somewhere.
just like if you've watched the show, that's kind of where it's heading, right? Like,
Yeah.
But I don't think Adola's winning, right? That's
Yeah.
at the ultimate end.
I still think there's some sort of twist where it's like the way you think it's going isn't it, and at the last second it's gonna kind of flip, and then you'll go, oh, and it'll kind of all click into place at that point. Because I feel like it's
To
still
write a
got like
story like
one
that,
last big surprise.
to write a story like that though, pretty hard.
Yeah,
That is really hard. Yeah, especially like if you have any kind of neurodivergent blood in you, trying to watch a movie and not be like, oh, that guy's the bad guy. I'm pretty sure I can tell by the way he's doing this. And then at the end, he's the bad guy, and you're like, dang it, like I killed it for myself. I
yeah,
really hope that's not the case. I
Yeah.
want it to be.
Well, and they've kept it pretty hidden this whole time. Like I feel like we have little hints like the pie thing that Arthur finds outside of whatever Tokyo that they're in.
yeah.
We have what the heck is a dola and who's the lady who's in a dola, right? Can we bring her over to the other side? Can we bring everything in a dola over? Or like what happens when that happens? Do they have to flip sides? Right? Like
Well.
all of this, there's a lot of things unanswered, and we only have half a season to answer them.
Yeah.
The cool part, and I wonder what it'll do to rewatchability, because like, have you guys ever read the book by Patrick Rothfuss? It's The Adventures of the Princess and Mr. Whiffle and the Thing Under the Bed.
I
No.
haven't read it, but I've heard of
Oh,
it.
Go watch. Go there. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. And the first read through, you're like, oh, that's a cute story. And then he explains, and he goes and shows you frame by frame, and he's like, there's that. And then once all the puzzle pieces fall into place, you're like, oh, that is a dark story. Like,
It's all the
Sorry,
the
all I heard was
context
Name of
and-
the Wind needs to be finished. I don't know what you're talking about.
Name of the Wind. Come on, up.
as if he doesn't get enough pressure on him to
Yeah, for real.
Do we need another Martin? Like,
that's so funny.
but I'm also excited for the Koi games. I think it was one of the
Yes.
when I was reading it in the manga, I was like, this is crazy. I don't know how this is going to go over. So I'm really excited to see how they do it, because it is just insane how he
And-
runs the Koi game after this.
Yeah, and we get, from what I saw in the trailer, we're gonna get a lot more of the Zenin clan, so that's gonna be some interesting stuff.
I mean, like this, Jujutsu Kaisen, even with its controversial ending, is gonna end pretty hardcore. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
Like even just the final fight at the end of the series is still just cool.
yeah,
If
it's
it-
cool to me that it's coming out so soon after the last season, because I thought it was gonna be like years before we saw it. So I thought like we had 2 years left or something, and then it's just like, oh nope, we're done, by the way, and it looks freaking amazing. Like,
Well,
that's
where are they
just so
gonna-
crazy?
Have you read the manga at all?
I'm not caught up to current, but
Yeah.
I'm at the culling game, so I'm through kind of where season 3
They
is
have
headed.
there, so much like the last arc, there's going to be a lot of matchups, kind of like how Naruto went. Like when Naruto would go to a new place, he would end up, like, the team would end up matching up with their rivals in the other village or the
Mhm.
other ninja team, and breaking off and doing their own fights, right? Like Culling Game's a lot like that, and I really feel like it's a solid story. It doesn't have a solid ending until like it has a good ending that's gonna leave us on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So for my understanding, and then after that, there's not a lot left after that. It really
Yeah.
isn't.
Along with this one, they are following the suit of Demon Slayer in that they are doing a movie that's going to show the last arc. Basically, they're condensing the Shibuya incident arc and then the first 2 episodes of the next season, and they're bundling that as a movie. So Demon Slayer's done that at this point. Dawn to Dawn's done that at this point. I think this might be a new thing that we're going to see more often, is they're like, hey, Americans love getting a recap before watching the new season. Why don't we just package it up as a movie and sell it to them? And honestly, yeah.
works.
Sometimes I need the recap. I've watched a lot of stuff. I've worked a lot. I can't remember everything anymore.
But
I'm getting
I
old, you
think-
guys.
So there's this video out there of like I think it's Ben Affleck or Matt Damon, one of the two, talking about how DVD system worked and helped like the movie industry, and like how like on the back end, like you would make a movie that you knew wasn't going to do well in theaters, and then the DVD comes out and then like funds the project, right?
Right.
But now that you don't really have DVD, you have streaming, we don't really see the money coming in the back end to fund these indie projects and these movies that actors want to be in. Instead you get Marvel movies where it's just superhero after superhero after superhero.
Right.
Right. But I also think like the movie is another way for the animators to make a buck right? Like,
Oh
yeah, you have
yeah.
to pay the distributor, but you've already made those 2 episodes. You were gonna do it.
Yeah.
You were gonna make that movie, like we all know you were, right? But
Uh-huh.
now you're gonna pull the American dollar system into it, and you're gonna
Yeah.
get your money on the back end to keep funding these high quality videos.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying I want all anime movies to come out to be like recap movies or whatever. Like, no,
Yeah.
sometimes I want a Riza arc, like what they're doing with Chainsaw Man. They're like, hey, we're just doing the next bit as a movie. Cool. Sometimes you just need the stuff that's like, hey, this isn't connected at all. We just thought this would be really fun to make, and it's going to be kick ass. It
Like
just,
every Naruto movie.
yeah, disconnect it from the main line, but it's still going to be awesome.
Actually, I watched every Naruto movie, and they are all kick ass, and it's fun to watch them
They're
just
fun.
all by themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're
Like
cool.
the one where he like goes back in time, like then yeah, there's some weird ones in there.
Yeah.
And there
Oh, they're
are
good.
weird
They're
ones, like
great.
the one in the snow where he gets like the rainbow
Yeah.
Rasengan,
Love
and
it,
it's
and
like,
it explains like the scarf. Then he had
yeah,
that red scarf, and
Yeah, and there's always going to be room for, Studio Ghibli films and films like that where the intent from the beginning was to make a movie. So
mhm,
I don't think that's ever going away, but it is cool to see that it seems like we're getting a lot more anime in the movie theaters than at least any time in the past that I can remember. So that's really cool. Maybe the
yeah.
early 2000s when we got the Pokemon movies. That
yep,
was the last time I really remember them.
Man,
that's fair.
when Ash turned to stone,
Oh,
And the tear,
Jesus.
which
Pikachu,
wasn't in the
I was
Japanese.
crying. I was crying because Pikachu was crying.
Yeah. I remember correctly, that was added for the Western audiences because for whatever reason like the kids were just traumatized. They didn't know what was going on. So like, well, yeah, we'll have a tear fall and
Follow the fairy tale formula. They know that one.
yeah, exactly. We
Oh,
can't have him die.
yeah. So, yeah, the future's looking good for anime and can't wait for that season. I honestly think that graphic you showed, that might just be the 4 shows that we watch. Like, good luck to anything else coming out that season. You're gonna
I
have
mean,
a hard time
Still
finding an
watching it.
audience.
I'm
We got
gonna
like
watch stuff, but those 4 are gonna be like,
it's true.
oh, new Fearin'? Meg, I gotta watch this.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
And the honorable mentions here, like I'm holding on to Kaiju number 8. I'm trying to be a good husband and not watch it without my wife. And so I'm waiting till it's all out, and then I'm gonna binge the whole thing.
Ooh.
Doors closed. Don't tell her I watched the first 3. But but yeah, like I think it's gonna be the same thing with some of these. There's so many good ones that there's not gonna be a shortage. You're gonna get that nice warm blanket, that comfy, whatever your big cup
Yeah.
is, full of whatever Joe you want, and just enjoy it.
I gotta know, is there anything else coming out
Oh, I'm
with the
sure there
2026?
is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
I
when
have a
we get to that season, and we'll do like an in-depth kind of recap
yeah.
on what's coming, but
I
there's going to be more stuff, and it's just going to
Have you
be
guys
hard to
heard
find space.
anything that has to do with Hunter x Hunter? I know I've seen in the last week, I've seen it pop up in my feed that there's big news, but I haven't seen what it is.
Yeah, I think the news was
the
that the manga was continuing a couple chapters.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
which happens every now and again. The guy is just so slow, like so slow. But you get what you get. Like the more
Yeah.
they do, the more we can watch later.
Yep. Yep.
Like
I want to be in. So one of my biggest fears, I think I said this before, one of my biggest fears is having Alzheimer's. But one of the greatest gifts I could have in life is watching Lord of the Rings again for the first time, not knowing what happens.
Yeah,
Like,
honestly.
so silver lining there.
Yeah, that would be a great topic, honestly, for the podcast. Would be if we could erase our memories, what anime would we want to watch?
Watch again.
Yeah.
It looks like there's some interesting ones, some that I've never heard of. So it's gonna, and maybe I need to click through and look at them because they're all in Japanese names right now. But so
Yeah.
far I don't know most of these. So I feel like the 4 that we showed are the largest contenders.
Yeah, it would be smart for other studios to like look at that schedule, and if they had any big anime coming out, just pencil that in for the next season and be like,
Right.
what is our B team working on? Let's bump that one up.
Yeah. Because you're gonna get all these animes, but I think when we're talking about like who's gonna win the anime of the year, it's gonna be one of these 4. Right?
Yeah, the high potential at least. I think Jujutsu Kaisen's always in the running, but having it go up against Frieren is going to be crazy. But at the same time, we just had this happen basically this year with Solo Leveling going up against Frieren, and we know how it turned out. I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen will not win. Basically, the precedence is there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say like Jujutsu Kaisen's got a lot going for it, but like Hell's Paradise has got a lot going for it.
Yeah.
Furian's got a lot going for it. And I mean, like, there's some pretty good animes that we've had this last run
Oh
that
yeah,
were just wonderful.
I'm not saying that I agree that it should happen that way. I'm just saying it's gonna happen that way.
yeah.
That's just how it's been.
Well, what about this?
Is there a better anime than Jujutsu Kaisen going to be coming out? Maybe, probably, but it's just the way the chips fall.
When do we get Chainsaw Man? The
movie, it's October, but I think that might be in Japan. I don't know the exact U.S. date,
That
but
means it's in the running.
yeah,
October
And Infinity Castle means that's in the running too.
2025.
October 29th.
Wait, hold on. It says premieres theaters 80 countries from September 24th and the United States on October 29th.
Yeah, so we got a little while. We got about a month and a little more than half.
All right,
Cool.
So now you had a game.
Yeah, let's jump into it. This is going to be you guys ever watch that show Marvel What If, where they kind of like took a point in time and like, what if we changed it and this character lived instead, or like there was zombies, or like, whatever. They kind of played around with it like that. We're going to do a similar thing, except we're going to have to decide if the creation that we create, which I'll explain the rules in just a minute, is watchable, and if not, how do we fix it to make it watchable? So to get to that question, what we're going to do is each one of us is going to be assigned either character, plot, or setting. We're going to type into our whisper chat here our answer. We're going to hit enter at the same time, and then we're going to see if that show, that unholy concoction, would make a good anime. So we're going to get the plot of some anime, the characters from some anime, the settings from some anime, and we're going to jumble it together and see if it could work. And if not, how do we make it work? What tweaks need to be made? Does it even work at all? We're going to get into that. So who wants to have first dibs on what? And we'll just cycle through it.
I'm gonna take setting. Can I take a setting right now? Is that okay?
You get setting.
Sure. Okay, just this time.
I'll take a plot.
Okay. I will take the main characters. Okay. Are you ready for this? Type it into the chat.
Hey, hold on. How do I get to there it is. Found it. Chat. Nope. It disappeared. Studio chat. Is that the one we're doing?
There should be a studio chat. Yep, and that's our.
Oh, wait! I did live stream chat. Oh, okay. Faye, are you ready?
I've got mine typed. So as soon as
I got mine typed.
All right.
I've got it.
3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay. So our setting.
There's no script.
Should so kill the island from Hell's Paradise. Love that setting. Totally brutal. We've got the plot from Naruto, specifically the pain arc.
So the Asuka showed up.
Yeah.
And the characters are the cast of Don.
Can you imagine?
Okay.
They wouldn't make it like 10 minutes. They wouldn't make it 10 minutes.
Why do you have whole?
Okay.
Hey, there you go.
There's got to be a way that this would work.
I think it would work because we already kind of had that setting, right? When Miss Ayase gets slapped by Evil Eye, right?
Yeah.
And he goes crazy for it. That fits in there, right?
I just look at the island and I go, a bunch of basically superpowered ninjas got their asses kicked real fast at the beginning. But any survivors left.
Okay, but this isn't serious anymore.
Evil Eye, and it's not serious anymore because they're Don powers. They're like the power of cartoon plays into this a little bit. Evil is really strong. What's his bucket turns into is also very strong. Momo's abilities are like the
she doesn't
best.
have to touch the ground.
Yeah. So I don't know.
If you're taking this from a serious standpoint, if you're taking it from a very serious standpoint, they're screwed. Even the people from the Asuka are screwed coming in. Like they're going to invade the Hidden Leaf. Like in this moment while all this is going on. No, they're done too. But if you're taking this as a comedy, like I feel like you'd get Momo and all of them separating, and then they'd run into characters from the Asuka, like using their abilities, and Flowers who would just rip people off of the
Yeah.
screen. Like, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then give you a chance to run away. Or like you'd get infected with spores, and in the next panel, they'd be
Yeah, for real.
puking off the edge of the screen, like throwing them up.
For
Like
real.
no one's gonna
Big nose.
die, but
It's
like
gonna be
also
traumatic. Yeah, it's gonna be
yeah.
traumatic though.
Oh, for real.
But honestly, isn't Dawn to Dawn already traumatic? Like tons of terrible
Yeah.
things have happened to our characters to get to where they are.
That's
But are
fair.
they dead?
dude, and can you imagine the juxtaposition between Payne sitting there and like monologuing, and then Turbo Granny being like, "Who's this bitch?" Like,
And then like a behind you moment, a giant monster like rips him
Yeah.
apart.
So I'm typing into the chat. I'm gonna get my vote. Does not work.
Okay, doesn't work without major adjustments. And
Yeah.
you have to turn it into a comedy.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah,
be a comedy.
shift it. Yeah, I
Actually, it would be funny to hear Turbo Granny going, "Who's this asshole?"
agree. Yeah. Who's this guy?
and then just some crazy like just put a seal on it, like just put a sticker on it, and it'll go away.
Yeah, for you've got the Payne guy, and he was like, "I want your banana." I don't know about this. Like, all right, if you say so.
Aliens would mess up everything in Hell's Paradise.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
yeah.
So I did setting.
If you're caught up, they've got the like basically Minecraft house now because they can stretch everything. That they would bring that into this world too. They could just build a fortress and have never-ending supplies to keep the monsters out. So like maybe it
That's fair.
isn't that much of a challenge after all.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
It's the spores. It's like breathing. The
Yeah.
island itself is like deadly.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's do another one. So let's all shift down. So Tyler, you get characters. Preston, you get setting, and
Setting,
I
okay.
will get plot.
Oh my gosh, what? This does not work.
Okay, so we have the characters are Edward, Alphonse, Elric, so Mustang's team. Okay, so the good guys basically of Full Metal. The plot, I picked solo leveling, and Preston did the setting of Shangri-La Frontier, the underwater arc where gravity's
Okay.
messed up.
So we're on an upside down island,
Yeah.
right under the ocean,
Yep.
where the air bubble is trapped upside down. You can run around in the city full of zombie fish, but
Mhm.
you are level 0.
Yeah.
And you are working your way up in levels as the zombie fish attack you. But the characters are Edward, Alphonse, and the Mustang team. I
And they
think this
can
works.
level up in alchemy.
Yeah.
The system has given them a skill
Okay.
tree into
Okay.
alchemy, and they can probably get to reverse gravity spell at some point down the
Only
alchemy
way out
line
is
and flip it around.
the only way out is to either use the Philosopher's Stone or create one.
Yeah. Oh no,
Ooh.
because that's all of the fishmen
Yep.
and your friends.
And
But
there's
is it a video
bug-
game?
Yeah, sure, it is a video game. So
Is it a video
Edward,
game?
because that's the setting. So yes. So Edward,
there's no
Alphonse, and
death.
Elkins are just friends in real life who
Yeah.
are playing this VR game. But
There you
in the VR game, there's a game within the game because it's the plot of solo leveling. So a
game
game
that
within a
Yuri
game that's getting too
somehow
confusing.
never
But it
made.
sounds very Japanese. So
It can
I'm all
happen.
Yeah,
It
the
can
rule,
happen.
the rule of anime takes over a lot in this one, and there's a lot of just because rules now, and that's fine. I think it works.
Can you imagine someone who had the ability to use alchemy and change everything? Like they're looking at some other system and like, no, that magic system that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Oh, that'll be crazy. Okay. Oh, so on to the third and final. Hopefully we got to get one of these is just going to gel. I know it. It's going to be
Gotta,
this
yeah.
one.
I don't know.
Okay,
I think
so-
I went
Gotta dig
totally
deep.
off the wall on the plot.
So I've got setting. Tyler, you've got plot.
Characters.
Preston, you've got characters.
I
Okay, the setting.
got to think though.
Tricky.
This might be hard because I have
Tricky.
one plot picked. I don't know if it's going to be good enough for you guys.
Hold on. Let me think of the setting. No.
Can I?
Yeah, I want to talk too because I think I have a good plot. And it does. I think it can fit. I just because I think the plot I had picked was too. It was too much.
Oh, close your eyes. Don't you look. Don't look. Close your
Okay,
eyes.
I'm not looking. I'm not
I'm
looking.
not covering my
I didn't
screen.
mean to.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Okay, this works. This actually works.
Okay. So the characters are Trigun, Vash the Stampede and his crew. The setting is the Grand Line from One Piece, and it's the plot of Samurai Champloo.
It works.
It just totally works.
So
Yeah,
it's Vash going, where's the samurai with sunflowers? And he has his gun out the whole time.
yeah.
And
This
it's
totally
just-
works.
They're hunting down one dude on the Grand Line. Like, we've got to find him.
Yeah. One dude across the whole Grand Line. The plot is the journey. The journey
It's
is
going to end in Wano. It's going to end in Wano.
Yeah.
It'll be the one arc. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be the
No,
Wano
this
arc.
totally works, and each character from Vash's crew gets a different like job on the ship. Although they don't directly like equate, because like reporter, like what are they? I don't know, but
But here's the best part. They're from a desert planet, and they have to now learn how to sail.
Yeah.
oh
Water-
yeah,
It's going to be a whole arc on its own.
that's true. You can get really scientific. You can go full on Dr. Stone
They-
on sailing.
Yeah. But they're going to have to learn how to sail, and I think they start in Alabasta. I think we start them off in a sand place, right?
Yeah.
And then
Ah,
they're
yeah,
looking for
that
the samurai with sunflowers who
All
smells the
right.
sunflowers.
That beats
Yeah,
Croc.
because he's the samurai of sunflowers is like the top most wanted.
Yeah,
And
There you go.
it just makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
it
Bam,
works.
we do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that totally works. I would watch it. That would be cool.
It would be
I
what would it be, cowboy pirates? Like,
Yeah.
yeehaw, get on those
Versus
waves.
Cowboys.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get wet.
Remember Cowboys versus Aliens? It would be like that.
Yeah.
Cowboys versus Pirates. Oh, dang, that would be crazy. Well, cool. I think that was fun.
That was funny. That was funny.
That was hilarious. Yeah.
I feel like if you pick, because my original plot pick was the plot from Dragon Ball Z on Planet Namek. So Frieza's gonna be there.
Yeah, right?
I was like, that's gonna ruin everything. And so I like deleted the whole plot. Like, that's just gonna mess everything up.
Yeah, I almost put Kaiju number 8, but I didn't. I also didn't want to have giant Kaiju's beyond power levels that maybe some characters could not handle.
I mean, in
Stay
the
in
one
my
Piece
hand.
world, there's the giant guys, right? So
Yeah,
they're kind of
totally.
It
Totally.
would work.
Oh, that was fun. I think we could try this again in a couple months. I think it was pretty fun.
I like that. That's
So
fun.
It's
bring it
very
in.
impacted by what you have in front of you. So we should probably do something like where we look at a bunch of different types of anime, like so we get characters from all over the place.
So maybe,
Yeah.
are you saying like maybe target one to say, okay, well, let's try and get the 3, but this is in the horror genre, or let's put the 3 in this particular genre? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, like maybe we like pick a setting and we argue over what characters to put in or something.
Yeah.
Oh, instead of all blind doing it, just kind of like
Yeah.
Because
There's
this
the
was like an
setting,
ad
who do you
lib.
want?
I liked it. It felt like an ad lib where you're just like, all right, yeah, like give me an adjective, give me a whatever, and like
Yeah, it's cool.
the
I liked it.
anime
Like-
ad. Yeah, totally. So we'll have to figure out a theme song and bring it back. Along with, we haven't done an Is It Anime in a while. I think that's where we got to end it.
thanks for dropping that thread.
So, on behalf of myself and the rest of the Dad-ime crew, this has been fun. See
Yeah.
you guys.
Had a good time, guys.
But
Peace.